It's time now for a look at the latest in local sports. In sports, it's always a special day at the high school when a Wayne County athlete signs that letter of intent to continue his or her education. On Monday afternoon, a ceremony held at the high school auditorium for senior offensive lineman Antoine DeWeese, who was on hand with his friends and family and coaches as he signed to play this fall at Clark Atlanta University. WIFO film on hand at the ceremony had a chance to talk with Antoine DeWeese about his decision.
Okay, the Antoine Deweese special day, signed with Clark University Atlanta. Tell us how this came about.
This came about a long time ago. I had the thought of going to Clark Atlanta because I had family going there. A few years back, my mom just graduated from Clark Atlanta, so I got a few relatives there still. So, it's where I want to be. We got the line of the family going on, so I just want to go ahead and keep it going.
I understand. Well, it's been fun watching him the past several years, but as Coach Shaw mentioned, he just thoroughly enjoyed having you on his offensive line as left tackle. Named you a captain. How special was that to be a captain of that special team this past year?
It's really special to be a captain, working up to be a captain from being a young to a grown to get to be in the captain area. So it really takes a lot. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work to get there.
Are they planning on using you at left tackle up there in Atlanta, or just somewhere on the line? What have they said?
Well, they said they were going to use me at left tackle. Then they're probably going to move me to guard. Depends on how much body weight I build up going there. And either I could play center too. So it's either center, guard, or tackle.
It's all about education. You plan on studying anything in particular up there?
Yes, sir. Sports management and speaking.
Okay. Well, I've heard J. Bo Shaw said you might want to come back as a coach. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I will come back as a coach. That's what I plan. That's what I told him. Come back right as a coach with him.
I got to ask you, like I said, it was a special year last year. So many games. Did one stand out for you?
Last year, most game that stood out was Perry. Perry game we played the second round. I think it was second round playoffs.
Yeah, right.
And the point that we had the ball for at least a quarter and a half, that really stood out to me a lot. And we kept dedication. We never stopped. The train kept going. Just never stopped that game.
Well, you opened up a lot of holes for Matthew Fuller and company, so I'm sure you'll be doing it up in Atlanta. We'll be following you closely. Congratulations on the big day.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
And again, those comments to senior Antoine DeWeese again signed that letter of intent yesterday to go to Clark Atlanta and University in Atlanta. Head football coach J. Bo Shaw on hand for the ceremony. He had nothing but good things to say about his offensive lineman. Also got an update on spring football. Here's our conversation Monday with head football coach J. Bo Shaw.
It's an important day when these kids sign, see them go on to the next level. Your thoughts on Antoine going to Clark University?
I'm just so excited for Antoine and his family. It's a great day to celebrate him and his family. Just an outstanding young man. He played left tackle for us. He was an anchor, and anybody that knows football knows the left tackle position has to be one that's big. You have to count on him. He blocks the blind side for the quarterback. He's a really good football player, but even more importantly, he's a better young man. He's going to be successful in whatever he chooses to do. It was an absolute joy to coach and to be around. He was a team captain, great teammate. I didn't have one email of a disciplinary deal in school or his grades. He was exactly what you want from a captain, from a great teammate. And just really excited for him and his family to be able to celebrate him today.
And from watching spring football, seeing all these college coaches on the sidelines, this is just the first of many to come. Again, as you mentioned earlier, just great things going on here at Wayne County High School. But to see guys like schools like Ohio State and LSU and Auburn and Georgia, all these schools are coming in. You got to be pleased with the outcome of the coaches. Their outreach is incredible.
Absolutely. To have, when you start thinking about, the SEC, and we've had about every SEC school come through here, either watching practice or watching the guys work out, and ACC to Big 10 to Big 12 to an FCS school to the Georgia Southerns, App States, all Memphis, Cincinnati. The list can just go on and on and on. And I told our team, that's what happens when you have success and you do it the right way. And you go about your business the right way, and you play the game the right way, and you win, and you make a quarterfinal run. That things like that start to happen, and so I'm really excited for our guys, and to be able to go practice in front of college coaches, to go work out in front of college coaches during this recruiting period, and it's. Like you said, there's a lot of really, really good things happening right now within our football program. Spring practice has been going great. We had Georgia Tech and Georgia Southern both here today. Georgia came by on Friday. So, having those in-state, those big ones in-state, being able to show up on your campus obviously means a lot, and I know it means a lot to our players. And, the biggest thing for me with this recruiting, it is great. It is awesome. It's why we do what we do as far as coaches are giving our guys opportunities to further their education and playing career. But one thing that has to stay the focal point is Wayne County football first. That's the priority, and then the rest will take care of itself. And I thought we've done a really good job of that, of managing the recruiting and helping our guys and getting them noticed and getting their names out there, but also keeping the main thing, which is our football program.
The practices continue this week. When will you split the squads? We're going to have you on Thursday's Butch and Bob show, but when will you split the squads up and the rosters for the big inter-squad game?
Yeah, we're going to actually split them up today. That's what we've been working on. We got through 2 weeks of practice to kind of everybody play some offense, play some defense, and then we start breaking it up. I broke it up today, and we'll basically take this whole week of kind of competing against each other in some practice times, and then obviously go full tilt on Friday night back in JC. So I'm excited. We've done a really good job. I think our coaches have done a great job, and I'm excited to finish out. I told our guys in first block weight training, second block weight training today, they've had a great 2 weeks. It's time to finish it up strong with these 5 days, and that way it jump starts us for our summer Ironworks program. So it should be a lot of fun this week. Now that we've split up the teams, I'm sure there's going to be some good competitive talk going on between both teams, and it'll get it lively at times.
Okay, Coach, we'll see you Thursday at Butch and Bob show, and look forward to Friday.
Thank you, Bob, for being here and everything you do for athletics.
Once again, those comments, head football coach Jay Beauchamp. Once again, the spring football practice continues each afternoon at the high school. Inter-squad scrimmage set for this Friday at 7:30 at JC Stadium. Again, Coach Shaw will join us this Thursday on the Butch and Bob Show to talk about the Friday scrimmage. WIFO film will be at JC Stadium on Friday. We'll broadcast the inter-squad scrimmage. Our coverage will begin at 7:20 on Friday. State track meet has ended. Wayne County had 2 relay teams compete in the state finals. The boys 4x100-meter team finished 5th in the state. The team consisted of Matthew Fuller, Shabron Booker, Dre Fulbright, and Tergon Graves. The boys 4x200-meter team finished 8th in the state finals. That team consisted of Tergon Graves, Matthew Fuller, Perry Simpson, and Dre Fulbright. They would have finished better, but they dropped the baton during the race. Date for the high school baseball banquet's been set. It will take place this Sunday at 3 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College. Tickets for that event, $10, available at the door this Sunday at 3 p.m. And the baseball team won another region championship, made it to the third round of the state tournament, eventually losing a Game 3 series to Lovett High School. Recreation scoreboard last night, a couple more championships in 10U softball. The Jackets beat Lawless 12-5. Jackets are your champions, Lawless runner-up. In 8U baseball, it was the White Sox 7, Diamondbacks 2. The White Sox are the champions, Diamondbacks runner-up. Again, all-star teams are expected to be selected this week, and soon they'll begin district play. Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs land the nation's number 1 overall prospect for the class of 2024 as quarterback Dylan Raiola of Phoenix, Arizona. 6'3", 220 pounds, announced Monday that he'll be headed to Athens after his high school graduation next year. Marks the 3rd time under Coach Kirby Smart that Georgia's landed the nation's number 1 overall prospect. Raiola was committed to Ohio State and was considering Southern Cal and Nebraska, but is due to visit Athens on June 2nd. Announced yesterday that he's headed to Athens and Georgia is his home. Raiola has strong ties to Georgia. His former quarterback Matthew Stafford is his godfather. His father was an offensive lineman with the Lions and played with Stafford in Detroit. Again, he was considering Southern Cal and Ohio State, but again changed his mind and is headed to Athens next year after graduation. The Braves blew out the Rangers last night 12-0. The two teams back in action this evening here on Big Dog Country FM 105.5. First pitch set for 8:05 p.m. In Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals in the NBA set for tonight. It'll be the Lakers at Denver. That's going to do it for latest in local sports.